What's up? Hey, what's up? So I just wanted to talk today about something that's become a pet peeve of mine. So for the last 3 or 4 years, I've owned my own house. And I always get these people coming to my door trying to sell me a new furnace. They come to your door and they're like, oh, we're checking for upgrades in this area. And I don't know if this is primarily a Canadian thing, but it happens to me a lot. And these companies will come to your door and they'll be like, oh, we're checking for upgrades in the area. We need to come into your house and check your house for upgrades. They want to come into your house, check your furnace for an upgrade, tell you that you need an upgrade, and then all of a sudden they're writing you a bill for $100 a month. And you're like, wait, I thought you were just coming in to check to see if I needed an upgrade. And they make it seem like they need to come into your house. And you know, the thing that pisses me off is not the fact that they're just coming to my house trying to sell me a furnace. I don't care, come to my house, try to sell me things. That's fine, but when I say no, get off my lawn. It's like these companies can't take no for an answer. I'm like, no, I don't want you to come into my house and tell me that I need an upgrade. I'm sorry. My house is 30 years old. I know that it needs upgrades. I don't need some stranger to come in and tell me that and then write me a bill up. And I know that this is what they're gonna do because the first year that I owned my house, I let 3 of these companies into my house. I didn't end up buying anything, but because I was in my first year of owning my own house, I felt like I had to let these people in. I know better now because when I let them in, they did what I said. They told me that I needed an upgrade on my furnace, and then all of a sudden I'm in my kitchen and they're asking me to sign a bill for $100 a month. And when they asked me to sign the bill, that's when I'm like, you guys can get out of my house now. I'm not signing anything. And it's like they get frustrated with you when you say no. Like the last few times, I was literally working in my living room when they came to my door, and I already knew what they were gonna ask, to come into my house and check my furnace, and I told them, sorry, I don't have time for this right now. I know I need an upgrade, but I'm working. I don't have time for this. And they would just be so insistent, and that's what bugs me, is that they just keep pressuring you like they're trying to trick an 80-year-old woman into coming into their house. And when I told them I was working, they're like, oh, you're working right now? Like they didn't believe that I work from home, and that offends me. And you know, I've probably had 10 to 15 of these companies now coming to my house asking to come in and see upgrades. Sometimes they even ask to see your bill. Like, I'm just gonna grab one of my personal bills and show it to a stranger. Like, come on, man. One of them told me that they sent a letter to my house. I didn't get any fucking letter saying some company was coming to my house. I checked my mail after. And I was like, there's no letter here. So they just say little things like this to get in your house. And I'm sorry if this is your job and you're offended. I'm just trying to say there's a better approach at this, because there's even times I try to be nice about it. I tell them, like, no, you can't come into my house, but when I am looking for a furnace, maybe I'll consider your company. Do you have a card or something that I can take? And these companies never have any information or any cards to give you, because if they just hand out cards to everyone, then they can't come into your house. The last time I asked for a card from them, the guy says, oh, why don't you go get a piece of paper and write down my information? I'm like, I'm not gonna go grab a piece of paper and write down your shit. If you want me to buy your product, then be prepared. Give me some fucking information. There's a better way to go about it. You don't need to be that aggressive. At some point, you need to take no for an answer. And maybe it's just a bad experience. Maybe it's just the ones that have been coming to my house. But either way, I'm sick of it. Just come up to my house and be straight up with me. Tell me that you want to sell me a product. Don't try to trick your way into my house. Don't treat me like I'm an elderly person that you're trying to trick. If they were just respectful and straight up, I probably would have an upgraded furnace by now. They came to my house one time and they're like, oh, we need to come in and check for upgrades. And I was like, how about I go to your house first and I'll check your house for upgrades and then you can come in my house. And they're like, oh, we don't really do that, sir. I'm like, oh, you don't want to let strangers into your house? Oh, weird. And you know, I bet these are legitimate companies, but this is not the approach to take. How do I know they're not just 2 strangers trying to come into my house and case the joint? Maybe they're just trying to see if they should rob it later. How do I know? I didn't invite these people to my house. Stranger things have happened. And I could get a sign that says no soliciting, but I don't want to do that because there's a lot of people that would come to my house. Like if Girl Guides came to my house, I would buy cookies off them. I don't mind. I fucking love Girl Guide cookies. I would buy the shit out of those. It's not like I care about people coming to my house and selling things. It's the people that come with this aggressive nature, like they need to come into my house. I'm not gonna let a stranger into my house. I'm just tempted to do something completely fucked up so word gets around not to come to my house. Like next time I see that they're at my door, I'm just gonna strip butt naked and just, you know, start rubbing my body like this while they're there, and I'm gonna be like, what, man? Oh yeah, you guys can totally come in. Yeah, serious. And if my butt naked body doesn't scare him away, I don't know. Maybe I'll get one of my friends to pose as a dead body in the basement. I'll be like, oh, sorry, yeah, just go around that. He owed me some money. The last one that came to my door, she was like, oh, it'll take 10 seconds. I'm like, 10 seconds? Come on, give me at least a realistic estimate. It'll take her 10 seconds just to walk down my hallway. So when she said that, I was like, all right, come in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the fuck out of my house! If they can't complete it in the quoted time, then I'm not letting them do it. She got the fuck out of my house.